Hi, my name is Ania. I have two children aged 4 and 6. When my son first started preschool, he was sick, no exaggeration, every 2 weeks, either with a fever or cough, cold. He was sick so frequently, particularly with strong chest infections, that when we tried to take out health insurance for the family, he was excluded from being covered for chest infections. Which shows just how recurrent and serious a problem he had with that. So he was just susceptible to getting everything that was going around. I started giving my children Santivia when my father recommended it, and his friend, both of whom are pharmacists. So I come from a very medical background in terms of family. My father's a pharmacist, my mother is a doctor, and I used to work in a pharmaceutical company also. I've actually always been quite concerned or reticent about giving my kids too many pharmaceutical products. So I give them vitamin C and zinc if they're coming down with something, but really on the whole I try to stay away from giving them too much. But I did look into Santivia based on the recommendations, and I did some research of my own. I read all the research papers and was very pleasantly surprised and given a lot of confidence by the fact that it sounded super legitimate and genuine, but also safe and natural, so something that I could feel confident giving to my kids. So I started giving it to my two kids. Lo and behold, my son did not miss one single day of school last year, which if I hadn't seen it myself, I would never have believed it based on how frequently he was sick before that. And we've actually had some really acute situations which just proved the efficacy of Santivia to me. So my son's class has 22 kids in it, and 11 kids were off sick over a 2-week period. And when I found this out, with a very serious influenza virus, they were going to hospital and getting the actual type of strain checked to see what was going on, because it was such a serious virus. So I really ramped up the dosage of Santivia that I gave to my son, expecting him to come down with a fever any minute because he was always so susceptible, and that passed him by with not even a sniffle, which was absolutely eye-opening for me. And another situation for my daughter, again, I was organising her birthday party, and in the lead up to her birthday party I was getting messages from other parents worried about how many kids were sick in the class. Some of the parents were cancelling because they had some very serious infection, high-grade fever for about 5 days, and it was keeping about half the kids away from school. So I was so worried about her birthday party. Would the kids turn up? I increased her dose of Santivia also. On the morning of her birthday party, she woke up with a slight fever, and I thought, oh no, here we go. And I gave her an increased dose of Santivia, and I thought, am I going to have to cancel? But her fever went away. Her party was a smaller gathering because there were so many sick kids in the class, but Lucia never came down with it at all, didn't miss a single day of school. So for me, that really just proves the efficacy of Santivia, and my kids have been feeling great. They take it easily. I mix it with a teaspoon of honey, and they take it like a little treat, sometimes after dinner. But I do ramp up the dosage when I hear that there are bugs going around the classroom so that they don't get it. And I would recommend it to everybody.